And a first taste of Welsh club rugby as Paul Thorburn gets the first touch and the settler for Neath. The test for Swansea's line-out right at the outset. Neath deny them though. Good play as already this is so typical of both sides. Both will want to test the fringes, the mauling, the driving, and already it's Neath that seem to have firm control, although this is done on the retreat, and that's not the sort of possession that Chris Bridges would want at the heels of his forwards. Driven back still. The first drive of the game then off Brian Williams, well supported by his scrum half. Perfect layback, not the best of passes, and Jeff Bird does very well. Stuart Davis is the man that has to rescue that, and Anthony Clement will choose his spot. Had a little second thought, but that's a bar kick. That's an even worse catch. Did it go off the chest? No, it was nudged forward. And the early signs of nervousness here. Both teams on edge. A lot of press speculation during the week, and just signs from Paul Thorburn of everyone that it's quite tight and tense. Swansea mounting the early pressure. That's the Neath 22 and Jones, and the back row in Reynolds. A little trying to work space, trying to create room for right winger Mark to create, but well covered by Neath. Glenn Llewellyn and Paul Arnold made their international debuts in Namibia, but today, for the first time, a head-to-head at the front of the line-out. It's brother Gareth rather, that claims it though. And just the platform that the Neath forwards needed, with Brian Williams coming on the peel. Still driving on. Neath player, David Joseph, and Paul Thorburn. That's the problem facing Chris Rees. He needs both lines separated. A line down the middle that separates them. McBride finds Arnold. Reynolds can't rescue it though. Quickly through was Morris. The chance for Bridges. And Bird then. That's too far. There's plenty of time for Anthony Clement. He half thought of calling for a mark, but decided, and not the best decisions, as Paul Thorburn mounts yet another bombardment. That's better placed, but Neath can't reclaim it. Richard Moriarty able to stand his ground, and tightly knit by Swansea, Stuart Davis and Robert Jones then. And that's coolly done by Swansea under pressure. So Andrew Thomas as Gareth Llewellyn again does so well. His brother Glyn then on looping around. The support of Brian Williams. Fox is at his elbow. Really difficult man to stop is Prop Williams. Again it's laid back. Does Andrew Thomas go the wrong way? Surely that should have been laid back. The back's allowed to run with it. Still, relief for Thomas in that a penalty has been awarded. Well, it'd certainly be against the run of play should Thorburn succeed with this, and no doubts from the fullback. First signs of pressure from Neath, and the first points of the game. The first time they get into Swansea territory, really, and the fullback Thorburn so sure of his kicking, and the three-point advantage to the men of the Knoll. No great variations at the line-out as yet then, but still it's the hands of Williams that gets it moving. The chance for Scott Gibbs and Jason Ball. There's a man over here. The angle not quite right from Bowling. Still, Neath in the shape of Jason Ball able to keep things in advance of the gain line, which is what the forwards will have ordered.
First time really for Neath to move the ball. A good pass from Bridges, but nobody really goes straight. It's going to cross the field. Bowling's come in from the right wing, but doesn't make ground. Good play by Matty Morris, but it's the neat chip by Jason Ball that puts him ahead.
Bridges the chance. Well, again, it's the pass, and there's space there for Bird. That's delicately done by the outside half, as Moriarty and Gibbs contest the ground ball. It's on its way. The chance is on here. Jason Ball again looks to his delicate footballing skills to get the ball into the corner. It's covered by Robert Jones, and with no great angle and under pressure from Paul Thorburn, happy just to get the ball over the touchline. What good covering though from the scrum half. And the studious face of Alan Davis, what a task he has in sorting out the potential for a Welsh national team. At least Neath gained possession. What can Scott Gibbs do? Again, over the gain line. Frustrating Alan Reynolds, his attempts to tackle, but still Swansea have thwarted that. It's all, again, lateral. No great head of steam on either side. Still Andrew Thomas, that is a good surge from the hooker. And Neath again able to set something going. So Jeff Bird and a chance for Jason Ball. The men over here. Paul Thorburn into space, needs someone on an angle. But Steve Bowling stayed out wide. Really, it needed someone coming short on Paul Thorburn's shoulder. And Steve Bowling stayed wide. And it meant that really there was nothing available for the fullback.
Good play by Andrew Thomas, surging run, strong pace with it, and he's laying back good ball. And for the first time, it's fairly quick ball, and there are overlaps there on the Neath side. Now just watch very carefully. It comes out, there's a gap there, out to Paul Thorburn. There should have been a scissors movement there, but nobody came. Down it goes.
Chris Bridges wanted to take it, indeed Andrew Thomas does take it, and runs straight at Alan Reynolds. Good defensive work, no, just slipped out of the tackle. This is good work then from Neath. If they can now get the ball, release it to Bridges. On its way, Jeff Bird has lots of men free here. Thorburn injects the pace. Does he have the support? Great, Dunny. The chance now if they can win it and spread it left. Lots of men over left, but Swansea come over and are finally penalised. They really needed quick ball there, which just wouldn't come. Again, is taken quickly, Brian Williams. Really, at last, the match catches light. The chance on again, the switch then, as Bird gets Jason Ball going. There's space here for Bowling. Bowling, well, did he need a check? Still going his ball, yes! At last, having made hard work of it, Jason Ball, the man that gets what the game needed and tried to set it moving.
Full credit Neath. It speeded the game up. It needed somebody to pick up the tempo of the game. Brian Williams did that, and it's all about vision, isn't it? It goes to the narrow side, but a great change of direction by Scott Gibbs. Now notice Jason Ball is in the movement once. That's Bowling coming in, good pace, cut inside, and who's worked hard off the ball? Jason Ball, not tackled. Momentum takes him over. Well worked try.
4 minutes remaining of the first half. 7 points, the Neath advantage, and Bridges this time. It's the ball behind Blevin Taylor. Bounce kind to the Swansea left winger though. And Taylor just shows you how slippery the surface is and really delivers problems galore for Swansea. If Neath can now, as they drive on, really at the end of the first half, they can put the game out of Swansea's reach. Paul Thorburn is poised to enter the line, but again delivery is very, very slow. Bird, no real option but to chip kick, a drop goal, that is there. It really is a lesson on turning pressure into points. Seldom have Neath been in the game, yet with it, drop goal, number 10, Jeff Bird. It means that Neath now have a 10-point lead.
It's greasy, it's heavier than all this afternoon. It's not fast ball, it's been held in the back row, so the Swansea backs are very flat. It's not the best pass in the world. Jeff Bird takes his time. Remember, the ball's very greasy, but he slots it over beautifully, and that was there from the moment it left his boots. What a drop goal.
Bridges and Jeff Bird. Play from Bird, but is that offside? No. Played onside. The interchange between Clement and Titley. And a chance for Blevin Taylor to set off on a run. Chased by two Neath players and Martin Morris. Superb pace from the flanker. Amazing. Still in play for Swansea. The chance for Alan Reynolds to set Anthony Clement on a run. Strong running from the fullback. Can he get outside Bird? Good support by Reynolds, but really no one else in line next to the flanker.
Good switching back by Swansea, but the lack of numbers there really. But good play by Reynolds. He gives the pass, but he's not content just to admire it. Clemens so strong, and who's there flicking again? Reynolds, good work with the flanker off the ball.
Beneath 10-metre line as Anthony Clement puts pressure. That will land perfectly for Swansea, just outside the Neath 22. Still the chance for Scott Gibbs. Now he needs to time it. Good angle from Thorburn. The support, excellently done. The chance now then for Neath to switch it the other way. Bridges that are men over. He's got Andrew Thomas, the scrum half. Has spotted Jason Ball. He needs to time it for Jason Reynolds. James Reynolds. But the pass inside, still there for Bird. But it was forward.
Great counter-attacking by Neath. Scott Gibbs involved. Good switching by Paul Thorburn. He's looking for the support. There it comes. Now, Neath have got about 4-1 here. Good running by Chris Bridges. Good for the gap. A lovely pass now. I think Jason Ball could have drawn his man. He gave it quickly to the winger, Reynolds. Didn't really draw Titley, and there's where the ball went forward.
Thorburn will put the pressure right down in Swansea's territory as the fullbacks collide. And that could have been very nasty, and Thorburn is laid out. Play goes on though, and so awkward with the fullbacks in a head-on clash.
And it's a beautiful chip by Paul Thorburn, perfectly weighted. Watch very carefully. Clement comes in, very brave, but he leaps in the air as he goes for the ball. There, I think he took a knee, maybe in the face, Paul Thorburn. And in the centre, Jason Reynolds has come on off the left wing to add pace to the Neath back division, if they can win the ball.
Jeff Bird has watched from a distance 3 other kickers fail successively. And the chance for the outside half to put that to the back of his mind, and beautifully struck by the outside half. And the first points of the second half go to Jeff Bird, and it means that Neath now lead by 13 points. Clement, the chipped restart. Good play by Paul Arnold and Stuart Davis. This is better from Swansea. Something must have been said behind that goal line. Still Jones and Stuart Davis. That's good interplay. Still they roll it on, but just slightly lateral there. The momentum lost for a second still. They've changed course yet again and make headway. If it can now be released, it's on its way. Robert Jones, there is space there for the scrum half over the gain line, but lost it in the tackle. And Neath in this position can retrieve it, although it's done illegally, to the dismay of the local supporters here. There's ample time. Should Robert Jones succeed with this, it'll cut the deficit to 7 points. And rather hurriedly done, but successfully done by the Swansea scrum half. So an exchange of penalties means that the sides are back to within 7 points of one another. Compression at the line-out, finger pointed. Back in, he's Paul Arnold. Andrew Thomas wants it. Paul Thorburn just behind them. Jeff Bird in there as well. And the committee makes the collective decision once again, and it's Jeff Bird a kick and goal. From 40 metres, Jeff Bird. Slippery ball, slippery ground as well, but that for the Neath outside half makes it easier to concentrate. And what a beautifully struck penalty goal. And yet again, that margin back to 13 points. A wet and miserable afternoon as Swansea. Hughes McBride as a post, then the battering ram of Webster. And Andrew Thomas really cringing and questions that. Why? I'm not quite sure. Still, it means that Swansea now in a better position to decide that rather than run it, Robert Jones will kick it goal. Robert Jones, already successful with one kick. Now doubles that tally, doubles Swansea's tally. Swansea now up to 6 to Neath 16. So Thorburn with a 10-point lead yet again for a restart. And Neath quickly claim it, although Bridges not quite ready for it. Neither were his outside backs, which meant that he was isolated. And again, it's Neath killing it. Quickly up is Anthony Clement, hoping that he will be able to kick his team's way into the opposition half. Or would an up and under even be an idea, just to change things? And a huge kick from Clement, doesn't find touch though. And opposite number, the Neath captain, Thorburn, repays the compliment. So a chance for Robert Jones to get his backs going. It's Clement, the chance to attack, chased by Martin Morris. Bevan Taylor can't catch it. The chance is on for a Neath counter-attack. Kevin Fox, rather isolated. He needs to be quickly supported. It's on its way back. The chance for Brian Williams to drive at the fringe Swansea players. Now it's Bridges. The chance for Bird to get his three-quarters going. Jason Ball into space goes Thorburn. Needs someone coming tight. James Reynolds, but well tackled by Tiddley. Excellent covering by the ex-international right winger. Because really Swansea was stretched there, but Tiddley stayed with his man and kept out Reynolds.
Great pass coming here from Jason Ball. There he puts Paul Thorburn right into space. Out to James Reynolds. James Reynolds, he's going for the corner, but Mark Tiddley shows good pace and takes the Neath youngster into touch.
Swansea launch something from here. Neath 10-metre line there. And Williams gets his three-quarters going. Is that offside on Robert Jones's part? Yes, it is indeed. He was in front of the kicker, and that really had no shape to it at all. And a chance here for Brian Williams to run at some disorganised defence, and that's bread and butter for him. A chance for Neath, and laid back perfectly. The switch pass from Bridges, but Bird ignores the men outside him, and satisfied just to drive Swansea downfield. Remaining. Neath's best position of the second half. They release quick possession. They have possession, but it's on the retreat at the moment. Difficult to release, therefore. But it's creating space on the right-hand side, which now John Davis wants to exploit, and the tight head prop forward, making headway as well. Is it on its way back, though? Finally released to Bridges. Thorburn in the outside half position. The angle from Scott Gibbs. Still not, well, just over the gain line. Now Neath building momentum yet again. And finally offside, or was it kicking the ball back?
The Neath forwards trying to play the game at a little faster pace. They won good ball. Scott Gibbs again a good angle, looking for the support of his back row. Number 7 Martin Morris was out of his shot, willing to support. The forwards are there very quickly, looking to win the quality ball. I mean, sucked now in the Swansea cover defence. Good driving play by the Blacks pack, looking for the ball. It's been slow. The referee has spotted an infringement and he awards Neath the penalty.
Neath again a chance to attack. Jeff Bird won't use the hands though. The test for Anthony Clement. The fullback does well with Reynolds just in front of him, making it difficult. Still, Swansea get behind their man and drive him on. Although, again, away comes Brian Williams. Martin Morris, Chris Bridges, can he time it? The chance for Jason Ball, his second, and that surely is the final triumph for Neath. That is the way to round off the match. And Jason Ball, a second try in this game. A
and Swansea had gone into this ball with the ball, but Brian Williams, that's his forte. He's a magnificent ripper of the ball. Overhead pass, Manny Williams flicks it on, and Swansea have got all the Neath have got all the aces. Bridges took Robert Jones out of the game. Just ball dummied. He says, thank you very much, I'll grab the 4 points, but I will always say the two forwards created that try.
And Jeff Bird, the chance to add the extra 2 points. But that now takes Neath up to 22 points to Swansea's 6. Well, Alan, there's still a smile there, so I can take it you're not that distraught then, having witnessed what was a disappointing game.
Well, it's the first time I've been to the Knoll as a neutral, but I mean the conditions weren't, aren't such. It's very bad underfoot and cold and wet for a brilliant game. But obviously Neath took their chances and did well in the end.
Can I take you on one point to start with, and ball retention under these sort of conditions? It would have been difficult, but then you would have expected more, perhaps.
Yes, there was certainly a lot of ball lost in crucial areas, and clearly both teams have got a measure. I would think next week they would aim to hopefully lose less ball, and at international level, if you lose that much ball, you lose the game easily. And
success at international level means being clinical in your finishing, and Neath perhaps were far more clinical here. Their few chances were always turned into points.
Yes, they took some good chances in the end. I mean, they lost some ball in the second half on the left wing, but I thought the centres played well and took the chances well.
What was your general impression then of the way the game is played?
Well, it was, the sort of conditions I thought played into Neath's hands, and they played well up forward, and they've got this ability to get onto the ball and move the ball forward quickly, and that's what they aim to do, and they did it well. Swansea had inexperience at outside half, and he was put under a lot of pressure by Neath, and unfortunately, these weren't the conditions to be put under pressure.
Were you impressed or disappointed with the organisation shown by the forwards mainly?
Well, Neath forwards have always impressed me. They do this particular thing very well. They take the ball forward very quickly, and they've always done it exceptionally well at club level, and today was no different than any other time, really.
You didn't mention the ground conditions. You did mention perhaps that clubs should invest rather more in their ground preparation.
Yeah, one of the interesting things I've noticed is the pitches here have not moved forward in the last 10 years. Certainly they have in England, but the clubs have got to invest a lot of money in their grounds if they're going to improve the surface, because the better the surface, the better you can play.
And you can only hope for better displays from here, eh?
Well, yes, I think the players are settling into the leagues now. It's been difficult for them. There's been no club rugby to speak of because of the World Cup, and they're getting stuck into it now, and I'm looking forward to going around and seeing some more.